32 degrees. What in the... All right. So welcome back, guys. Thanks for taking time out of your day. I really appreciate it for you to come out here and watch my video. This is probably one of the last. I think I plan on going out tomorrow, but maybe. It's supposed to rain all day. I'm not really sure. But at 32 degrees, our nights are getting cold. This water is going to be cold, I'm sure. I expect it to be in the 30s. This is going to be a slow, finesse-style fishing day. And I really intend on trying to get better at fishing the Ned rig. I mentioned in my last video that this just isn't really a strategy. This isn't a time that I'm usually out. My boat is usually already winterized and ready to go. But I wanted to get some experience in trying to fish these later end days so that I can get onto the tournaments eventually at this time of year. They still hold a tournament on this lake every Sunday, and I mean, unfortunately, I just don't go fish it. It's a team tournament. I am myself, and I don't have a partner that fishes this time of year. So, and I mean, like, I'm just not that great at this yet. So I'm taking this time to try to build some confidence, build some experience, and really get on these fish if I can. I'm going to target smallies today. Like I said, I'm going to try to throw the Ned rig. I'll probably throw that Derrickoo by Jackal. I mean, if the wind picks up a little bit here, it looks like it's a nice day, actually. I mean, besides the fact that it's 32 degrees. If the wind picks up a little bit, I might try to chuck around the A-rig for a little bit. But honestly, that's really my plan. My plan is just to go out here and try to get 4 fish. Limit at this time in Pennsylvania is 4, I believe. So I think the last tournament that they fished, they had a guy show up solo. Find my words, Craig. So they had that guy. They had everybody fish for a 4 fish limit because that one solo gentleman could only bring in 4 fish. So with that being said, I think the last tournament was won 4 fish for like 10.5 pounds. So let's see if we can do that. That's our goal today. 4 fish for 10.5 pounds. Stay tuned. Boat was a little froze to the trailer, guys, so we had to really take her in to get her off. Whoops. Had to really take her in to get her off today. So, no worries. We will pull her on shore and get her back out. I guess the perk of being out here when it's 32 degrees is front row parking. Minus this guy that just showed up. I'm not sure, maybe taking photos, but I mean, come on, that's a pretty good day. All right, she is alive. Cold day, engine's cold, everything's cold. I am going to tie on real quick here. I'm actually trying a subscriber suggestion here. Now I swapped this to a tungsten because I wanted it to be as small as possible. So this is just a tungsten Ned head that I picked up off of Amazon. I actually don't even remember who makes this, but I wanted it to be small and have that to be able to feel the bottom a little bit better today because I was concerned that I might not be able to. But this was a subscriber suggestion here to throw a Berkeley flatworm on it. So I'm gonna take the subscriber's experience or suggestion and give it a shot. I don't remember what color this is. It's brown something. But we're gonna give her a go and see if I can get this just rigged on there nicely. There we go. So that's what we're gonna start with today. I think that's a 1/16 ounce tungsten jig head because we're in the fall, trying to feel a little bit better here. And a Berkeley flatworm. Let's give her a shot and see what we can get going. Safety first, everybody. Always, 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 always have your kill switch on, especially in this cold of water. And sorry about that, you probably can't hear me. And always, always, always make sure you're wearing your life preserver when you're running. I'm not even gonna go far, I'm not gonna go fast. I am just strictly going to go to the point directly in front of me and just fish for smallies. But I'm still gonna always have that gear on. I just don't wanna have a problem, and God forbid something happens. Ending up dead is not worth it. Water temperature is registering 33.3. Oh my God, we are gonna freeze. Let's let her eat. All right, guys, first spot, Ned rig. We're in 30. I know there's fish here someplace. They're here. I know there's rocks below me. I'm on the first main point in this lake, or I guess technically it's the second main point directly across from the launch. But I'm gonna turn down my troller, get her on a good like 30%, maybe even a little less, depends on how this wind hangs out. And we're gonna give her a shot. This might be a slow video with the water temp so low. My back transducer always reads a little bit lower. It's a through hole, unfortunately, so the water temp isn't always 100% accurate on that one. My one that's on, my transducer that's on my trolling motor is, Jesus, I couldn't think of that word, is obviously in the water, and I'm getting 36.6. So water temperature is cold now. We are just going to basically drag this with the wind current, hopefully. But 31 feet right now. There's some fish in 26. Let's see what those things look like. Hanging right on a hump. Throw the heavy jacket on so the wind doesn't blow right through me here. Bear with me, guys. It's interesting. You see that? So my wife bought these heating pads, or heating things, and I don't know if you just watched that, but I cracked the little metal thing, and all you have to do is like wiggle it a little bit, and that little metal piece right there, and it caused this all to foam right up, and I think it becomes really warm. I really just need it in my right pocket, so I have two, one for each pocket, but I really just need it on my right hand. Yeah, that's warm. That's nice. Well played, Meg. I just need it in my right pocket to warm up my right hand, because my left hand I can pull off the reel and just put it in my pocket normally, but like this one is my fingertips just get numb holding onto the rod. So I just basically need a hot second here to warm this puppy up. Plus it won't be too bad. A little bit of extra heat against my body. Must be a rock or something. really don't even know what's there. Let's see. There it is. Must have been a rock. I went back to check my back graph because I wanted to know if the back graph was picking up anything that the front graph was not. And when I went back, as you can tell, I hooked into that rock. Thought a fish picked it up when I wasn't paying attention. It is what it is. Let's keep going. God, that 26 mark seems to be the key. Yeah, they're behind the boat now again. Now I've marked some fish multiple times in 26 here, so I guess maybe that's where it's at. If I don't get anything on this almost like ayu colored flatworm, I'm gonna swap up to a black purple smoke. The overcast here today is pretty rough, so I thought it was supposed to be a little bit nicer day than this. It might warm up eventually, but let's stick it in this 20 feet and see what we can get. I have to pop my gloves off for a sec here. I'm gonna let that drag just for a second here while I swap out to a red Daraku. I think I have one in here. Yeah, I do. I can see it already. Alright, sorry guys. It started to rain now, so as you know, electronics and the water don't go well together. I'm going to put you away for a few moments. I'm going to let this storm cloud above us pass over. Hopefully that rain will cease, or this drizzle here, and then I'll pop you back out. If anything happens in between, I'll grab the camera and I'll show you what's going on. Otherwise, I'm just going to throw in the Ned rig and that Daraku for a little bit. Stay tuned. Alright, so mid-morning update. It's like 10:30 now. I still haven't caught a fish. I did, however, find 2 brush piles. No fish on them, or not anything that was biting, unfortunately. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I got pecked by a couple perch or calico or something, but they were out in 30 feet of water. So that's new information. We've learned something today. Rain has subsided. You can still see, screen's all messed up. But not too terrible, because I've learned something. Sorry about that, guys. My battery died during my mid-morning update. Moral of the story is I'm going to keep throwing what I was throwing. I'm trying to work my way through this, finding a rock pile down here beyond me, and hopefully we'll be able to catch some fish. Batteries are having a tough time holding up because of the cold, so stay tuned. I'm going to do my best to get as much footage as I can. Alright guys, so I moved my next spot, and I was just I was idling around, and I thought to myself, I saw all this bait, but I had circled out because I saw someone idling here in a practice day a few weeks back, and I thought to myself, I was like, let's go see what they were idling over, because I didn't actually know. I just don't have the equipment to know what's here. As you can tell, it's still raining. I'm sorry, so I'm trying to give you brief updates here and there when I can avoid the rain and dodge it a little bit. But I was circling over and I hit 56 feet of water, and then my whole graph lit up, and I was like, oh well, there's the bait finally that I've been trying to keep an eye on this whole time. I was trying to find it the whole time. So I was like, I don't even know if that's fishable. 56 feet of water, I don't even know what that could be. I'm sure it's just alewives. So I threw down the Daraku, and would you know it, I ended up catching a fish. I felt it peck me, and I didn't know what was going on, so I figured I would check it out. And well, now he's kind of had his day here. Spit up something that he was eating. I don't know, it's green. Looks like bugs or something on the bottom down there. But gonna get him back real quick. I ended up catching this perch. Just hooked it. So let's see if we can get her down. And he's gone. So there goes that guy. But weird, I did not expect that. And again, he came out of 57 feet of water. So it wasn't like I didn't even know what I was gonna get there. I just was trying to catch something and figure out what that was I was marking. Turns out it was perch. Not gonna cut it, not what I was looking for, but it's something. All right, so as you guys can imagine by me being in the car right now, the rain didn't stop. It actually just got worse and worse and worse and built and built and built, and then the wind came, and unfortunately it just didn't work out for me today. Also unfortunate, this is going to be my last day out on the water for the 2019 season. So I'm gonna put the boat away. I have to unpack and get everything done. I'm gonna have to dry this out, and I don't really have a good way to do it because I don't have a garage. So I'm going to have to throw a heater underneath it and underneath the tarp and get this sucker dried out. But all in all, not a bad season, not a great end, unfortunately, but cold water fishing's tough. And what ends up happening is yesterday was beautiful. Like I said, I might have mentioned it in the video already. Yesterday was gorgeous. It was a great day. It was in the low 50s and sunny all day, dry day. Today started out at 32. It's got up to 44 at 2:15, but just a cold day. I mean, it started out real cold, and I mean, it increased a little bit, but the water temperature was low 40. Basically, it was 40 flat at one point throughout the course of the day, but it really just wasn't the day I was looking for, unfortunately. I drug around a Ned rig for most of the day. I also threw that Derrick through. I threw the a Vision 1, or not a Vision 110, a Lucky Craft pointer. And I threw an A-rig for a little bit while the camera was off. Eventually you did see me catch, well, you saw me with a perch that I hooked in 56. So that was a deep fish. And that was the only time I actually found bait all day. I just couldn't find the fish. I'm not sure if they were just off because of the drop in temperature. And I assumed the drop in pressure as well. But I don't know. It was just a weird day. But anyway, thanks for joining me along today. I really appreciate you watching it. I know the footage wasn't super great because I only had a couple hours before I actually got into like the rain that was real bad and I couldn't have my camera out anymore. But I do really appreciate it. If you can, hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe button down below. And I guess the next video you will see will either probably be ice or maybe some riverbank fishing. But stay tuned and stick with it and just roll that music.